In the land of the Kobalts, feeling blue is just a way of life. It is not a bad thing at all, because this place is hopping ahead of what promises to be a dramatic Grand Prix. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. We return to a track that we have visited thrice before. Last time we were here, 1 season ago. It was Crazy Cat's Eyes that got the win after a race-long duel that was mostly headed by the Snowballs. By the way, Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you had a great holiday season, or are having a great holiday season. The Hazers certainly are. They're leading the championship by 4 points over the Cats. Speeders up in third. Green Ducks climbing a bit. They've jumped 4 after the previous Grand Prix. I erroneously mentioned last time that all racers have raced 4 times. Not the case. Can't be on an odd-numbered race. But after this one, it will be. We'll get a good look at where everybody stands in the individual championship. And it'll also mean there are just 2 rounds remaining after this. Can you believe that? Hey, that's a nice bit of celebration there. A bit of a parade for the Kobalts celebrating their victory in the 2025 Marble League. First time since 2016 they're back to the Marble League, and they win the championship. I'd say that's worthy of a parade. We get things started with Red Eye, who was the winner last season, broke the streak of Starry winning this event, but it was a duel throughout with Snowy. In fact, Snowy led the first 7 laps before Red Eye got by. Snowy fought back. It ended up being incredibly close right to the end. It was a half-second victory for Crazy Cat's Eyes. So Red Eye set the opening time. Snowy down the backstretch across the line here goes nearly half a second quicker in Q1. All marbles will go out and set a time in this first session. At the end of it, the top 10 will move on to a 3-lap pole shootout, while the bottom 10 will be relegated to start in those grid positions tomorrow. Smoggy takes the top spot for the Hazers, as Mallard out now. Green Ducks Mallard comes very close in the third sector, went purple in the middle, it was green in the first, nearly 3/10 of a second. Mallard in the clear. Here's Razzie. Crowd cheering in the background, looking pretty good there, goes up into second place. Uncharacteristic for Red Eye to stay at the bottom of the order, but maybe the track is ramping up. Maybe it's getting quicker as we go along. Orangen for the Orangers comes through in 5th. Meepo for the Kobalts, the home team, watching them oh so closely and hoping that they can claw back some of what is a 4/10 deficit through the first 2 sectors alone. Weaving down the backstretch, went quicker in the third, but only good enough for 5th. Pins and needles will be the fans of the Kobalts. Bumble lost a 1/4 of a second in the final and goes 6th. Now Swifty, whose teammate Speedy sits in 7th in the standings. Swifty down in 13th, but has only raced 3 times. Over the line there, last. Swifty over 1.5 seconds down from Mallard's top time. And Swifty nearly on the bubble. 1 marble until we get to elimination. Siren comes through in 8th. That does guarantee that Swifty is on the bubble. Red Eye in 9th. Mallard 1 marble away from getting locked in potentially to making it to Q2. It is Mimo for Team Momo. Over the line there in 10th. Swifty is out. Here comes Pinky Rosa. 10th in the standings. Has not raced for 2 weekends. It's been since round 5 that this marble has been out on the track. Perhaps shaking off a little rust, got better as the lap went along, but only good enough for 9th. Mimo is out. Razzie is safe. Here is Yellow, whose teammate Yeller, even with a 0 in the last round, sits in 5th in the overall standings. Yellow only goes 9th. Red Eye is eliminated. That marble in 4th in the standings. Smoggy is safe. Here is Amaya for the Midnight Wisps. 7th. Middle of the pack. Snowy is safe. Pinky Rosa is out. Now Yellow. Watching Starry. Good line through the banking. Several hits on the wall going down that backstretch. Bled some time. Starry goes 6th. That is 1 spot away from safety. Tell you who did make it. I'm not sure if we actually heard a big cheer from the crowd. Maybe they haven't realized it yet. Meepo is through. Meepo will make it to Q2 for the Kobalts. Club straight to elimination down there in 13th. We're now in the final 4 marbles of Q1. Shimmer is out there now. Dead straight on that short shoot. Dead straight down the line. But the time had been lost already. Shimmer, 16th of 17. Swifty still in dead last. Here is Sheep. Down into 14th. Wolfpack will not be moving on. 2 marbles left. One of them is Ember for the Solar Flares. Also weaving down that backstretch. It hurts. Ember last. Diego is the final marble on track. Siren is the one who is on the bubble. Could make it depending on what Diego does. Siren is out. Diego goes up to a tremendous 2nd place. I see that right by just 0.06 of a second. Diego must have been studying everybody's lines. Didn't even have a single purple sector, but still came within striking distance of Mallard. As the marbles will make their way to the top of the course to reset for Q2, you can get ready to own a piece of marble history. The first of its kind, the Hyperloop, gives you all of the customizability that we had with the Skyway Chase set, but now with different ways to race. A little bit of Marbula 1 thrown in, some impact marble racing. No matter how you build it, hours of fun, and so many unanticipated results await. You love the chaos of the Marble League and of Marbula 1, you can have it in your own home. But we're rocking out here at the Electron Expressway. 4th time that we've come to this circuit, and it always gives us a little bit of uncertainty. Maybe it has to do with that electron cloud. And we're rolling to start the shootout for pole. Mallard aces the 1st sector and is able to hold the lead as they wind their way through. Now the speed begins to ratchet up. Razzie there in 2nd, taking a peek over the shoulder at Smoggy. And now both of them are coming up on Mallard and get by. Razzie has made it up into 1st. Smoggy now waiting to make the move as well. Difficulty and some contact. Mallard ran square into the back of Razzie, and that slowed the marble down. Smoggy is by and is ready to challenge for the lead. Meepo holding in 4th. The home team is up there, trying to start on the 2nd row, and maybe a bit better if something befalls the leaders in this final lap and a half. Smoggy takes the lead and is off into the distance. Razzie in 2nd. Meepo has done it up into 3rd. Diego 4th. Mallard's fallen all the way to 5th, and it's Orange and Snowy, Bumble, Amaya, and Starry. Lots of contact as they come onto the conveyor belt. Orange actually fell off of it. Team radio checking in, making sure that marble's okay, and Orange says, yep, I'm fine. Wasn't the only one. Starry had the same thing. There you go, on the radio. They are checking in as well. Starry saying that was just a momentary lapse. Smoggy in the lead, trying to bring it home for pole. Razzie trying to catch the draft. Meepo in 3rd. Over the line they come, and Smoggy will start on pole for the Grand Prix tomorrow at Electron Expressway. Razzie in 2nd. Home team Kobalts, Meepo in 3rd, and Diego for the Indigo Stars in 4th. But we've seen Smoggy pop up numerous times over this season. Both Cloudy and Smoggy for the Hazers have just been on point. Fastest lap back at the Savage Speedway. Smoggy won at Orion's Belt 2 races ago. And it's just looked solid throughout. Third place at Sparkle Central. Those two teammates have a lot of wins between them. Will it translate to another one tomorrow? Tune in. We hope to see you there.